Hello, lovely Leo. Welcome to your reading today. Just finished Cancers, which was a little bit heartbreaking, but turning out good in the end. So I'm super curious to see what is coming for you. Oh no, caught in the ruins. Okay. All right. I'm just going to throw out the rest of the cards here before I start talking because I want to get a good sense of what's been going on here. Interesting. You're getting some of the exact same cards as Cancer. Very interesting. Okay. I do shuffle the deck, and I shuffle it really well, so this is very interesting. I'm actually going to take those. Feeling drawn to take those. Okay, hang on a second. It looks like you might be coming out of something kind of nasty. A darker time. Okay. We've got a male energy showing up in here. Oh, wow. Oh, what's that doing there again? On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Forces, and I just heard a new dawn is coming. A new dawn is shining. I can't think of that expression right now, but basically, good things are coming your way. Okay. Okay, so the first card that we started out with that made me kind of think this wasn't going to go in a really fantastic way was Caught in the Ruins, okay? But when I look at the rest of the row, it's actually looking quite lovely, and it's looking like you're coming out of hard times. So I suspect this is a situation where, okay, I'm just being drawn to bring that up here. It's related to that. So you're coming out of hard times. So this would have been a position that you were put in where you were felt almost imprisoned, okay? And it is with another person. This is a relationship. It looks like the two of you had been feeling like this for quite some time, that you were feeling, obviously living together, but living two separate lives. You were feeling apart. This was a very cold relationship in the end. Certainly, I think in the beginning things were quite lovely. You had built a home, a foundation, something of substance, but it slowly just started to deteriorate, okay? And you felt trapped, and you both felt this way. Neither one of you were happy. It's not like one of you was and the other one wasn't. Both of you were quite unhappy. The War of the Roses, I typically think of this as my divorce card, okay? Or a separation, if you're not married, whatever, however that applies to your relationship. I feel like the female energy in here had a little bit more passion still. Maybe I just got the sense, trying harder to save the relationship, but she knew full well that it was over, okay? And he was just kind of sitting there, receiving it. Certainly he was taking it in, but his heart wasn't in it, okay? So again, female energies, right? It doesn't have to be, gender specific, but in any event. And there was, I think I just heard threw in the towel, okay? I think both sides had come to the conclusion that it's time to throw it in, okay? And to walk away from this, okay? But I get the sense that, having moved through that, I think that balance has been achieved, okay? There's something that's being kept secret here, though. I'm just being drawn back to this card. It looks like there has been some time of introspection where you've possibly gone in and spent a lot of time focusing, rebalancing, getting paperwork done, getting loose ends tied up. I just heard, so there has been that period of that. There is a secret here of some sort, though, that you're guarding quite carefully and you're not letting anybody see. Certainly, you may have talked to a few people about it, but for the most part, it's not something that you're going to throw right out there and share. There is some passion behind this, whatever the secret is. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel warm inside. It makes you feel happy, certainly, in contrast to this energy here. I get the sense that this happened a while ago, and this is more current. But anyhow, you're guarding this, okay? And you're really not bringing it out into the open. This is something, it could be even too that I'm just getting, in some scenarios, you might be actually keeping this a secret. So you and your partner separating and going your separate ways, the turbulence in this relationship could possibly be a secret. You may have told a few people about it, but for the most part, you're kind of keeping that under wraps, okay? I do see wishes fulfilled coming in here. So, whether that you've achieved this, I don't quite feel that you have, but it's certainly something that's to come. There is a lot of abundance in this, whatever is going to come to be. It's almost like your heart will be full, your belly will be full, you will be content, you will have the life you've always wanted. You will have everything you need and more, okay? So this is just encouragement, whether this is a future prediction or this is something that's in the works. I think you can rest assured that out of all of this comes a great deal of goodness, and certainly I'm seeing that down below here. I think throughout this process, it was a lot of time, a time of introspection, okay? I think it was time, again, that you spent with yourself, kind of going within, listening to your intuition. I don't know if you feel that you have people that have passed over that are with you and that help guide you and give you messages, but it's certainly, this is my card usually, spirit, okay? So this is spirit coming through and letting you know that they're there and they're helping guide you and they'll be with you. I don't know if you're seeing the number 22 a lot, but if you are Leo, that might hold some significance as well with respect to this relationship here and going through this whole process. Interesting that this secret is something that's, kind of kept hidden. Adds up to a 2 as well, and number 11. So I think with this, I think you've become more aware of this. I don't know if you feel sometimes somebody over your left shoulder, if you just feel like a warmth, or just if you remember someone and it makes you giggle, it reminds you of fond times, something like that. And that's just confirmation that spirit is behind you and with you through this. It looks like you put a lot of thought into this situation here. Yeah, I'm kind of getting two different energies here. So, there's time where you've put a lot of work into something. You might have journaled a lot about it. You might have put a lot of thought into this. And it's just a period of waiting. Waiting. I'm just getting the energy of this, of waiting to tell. So I don't know if there's somebody you want to tell about this. But you've been waiting patiently on something. This has been going on for quite some time, and you're waiting patiently. And I just heard that it's to tell somebody about this, okay? I do feel you kind of go through dark periods in your life where you feel almost like a dark and stormy energy. Sorry, I'm just being drawn back to this card again. It's brought me back up here talking about the 6 of Scrolls and the wishes fulfilled, okay? You're looking towards this life, and I'm wondering if it is with somebody. You're waiting for a chance to tell somebody about what's been happening here, okay? And with this, you're hoping to have a life that's different than this, obviously. One where your wishes can be fulfilled and you can create a family again, or just an environment of prosperity is what I'm trying to say. So I think as you're waiting for the time to pass to be able to talk to somebody about this, you're looking forward, to what your life sort of could be. Back now to this card, unless I get taken away again. I do feel you go through periods of time where it's like a dark and stormy, I just heard, okay? So your moods might be quite dark and stormy. You could find yourself shorter of temper, feeling more down, more labile, kind of lashing out at people, that sort of thing. It's during these times that, sorry, I just was drawn to the King of Forces. You might also snap at people. The King of Forces can have quite a sharp tongue, okay? In any event, when you're feeling this way, when there are periods of time where you are feeling this way or have in the past, you surround yourself in nature, and that brings a lot of peace to you, okay? I think typically you find yourself drawn to bodies of water as well, and can find peace and relaxation there. It's not that, you go into these places and your moods are totally cured, sort of thing. This is more of an idea of this is where you go to kind of help temper them, okay? You kind of hold them at bay so the storm, the explosion, whether that be your temper or what have you, doesn't get out of hand. But you do find solace in this. Just noticing something in his hand here. Oh, he's got his hand on his belt. Yeah. I don't know if there's somebody, like, there's a very earthy quality to this. Very earthy quality to this. So I don't know if you've got some earth in your chart, Leo, but certainly this is very earthy. And of course, it does speak about getting out into nature and stuff like that. So it does make sense. Yeah, I think that's enough to say about that. Below here, we've got the Queen of Scrolls. So typically I would see this as kind of like my High Priestess card, okay? And this is really about trusting your intuition. It's falling right below the Spirit deck. So I think you're the type of person that typically knows exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it, if only you follow your intuition. Your third eye is quite lit up in this picture. So I'm wondering if you've noticed that through coming out of this, that your intuition has become stronger, and you are receiving the answers that you need through your intuition, through yourself, and also through meditation. Okay, I don't know if you've just taken up this practice. Yeah, it I don't know if you've taken it as part of a group, like there's other people with you. Um, yeah, but it's something I'm just sort I'm getting a lot of messages, so I'm just trying to like slow it down so I can get everything between your intuition and the meditation. I believe this has opened up your heart chakra. And so again, the Buddha prepares tells me that this is just preparing you for this life that you seek ahead, if the wish is fulfilled. Okay, um, and it can also help take you out of these dark and stormies, right? So trusting your intuition, um, meditating, coming from that heart centered place, being still. Again, a lot of nature cards here. So I suspect you are definitely a person who likes to be in nature. I think you've found a way to balance that with your work as well. Okay, so I believe you're fairly organized in your work, you get things wrapped up, but part of your balance comes from being out in nature and surrounding yourself with that beauty. hmm I think in order for you to get your wishes fulfilled, I think you need to. I think you need to be able to do these things. Okay, you're not going to be able to jump from here to here without incorporating these aspects. Okay, I think you've always done this nature walk sort of thing, like being out in nature. When you're feeling, the need to, but I think you've got other tools in your arsenal here that you're bringing out to help you with that. Because again, the energy in this card is much, much different than the energies we've got up here, okay, and even here, okay. So there is a lightness about you. You're kind of coming out of that dark time. Um, the Three of Roses and Six of Fours, I don't know. You might want to be careful. This is really my baby card. I really do see this as a birth of someone, a birth of a baby that is destined to be, that comes from love, that's magical. It's kind of, it reminds me of babies that are born out of a time when uh, like let's say we get a vasectomy or something like that, and then somehow a baby is born. You see that miraculous type of birth. So if you're not wanting a baby, I would certainly be careful. There's something about here, it's under wishes fulfilled. So there is something about this that you kind of do want. I see you wanting this. If not a literal baby, just possibly a new beginning where you can feel that love, that innocence, that beautiful, just pure love, right? The waterfall. I do believe, I do believe when you achieve this, this will be it's almost like a cleansing. It washes away. The Six of Waterfall really reminds me of just emotion pouring out. Okay. Um, Letting your emotions flow, I just heard. So maybe, this guy's a bit tight here, he's a bit tense and stuff like that. So again, through these different practices, learning to let things go, learning to let your emotions flow, because again, this is part of the plan for the wishes fulfilled. You're not going to be able to achieve this if you're not able to achieve the serenity, the peace, letting your emotions flow. It's interesting because I don't see somebody else in here, but I certainly do. Okay, I just got something up here, but I certainly do feel like you're working towards that, and you know that, but you're not talking about it. You're keeping this secret, but I do feel like there's somebody that you want to talk to about this. I am getting a lot of masculine energy in here, so this isn't just for my female readers. I really do feel like I'm reading for a masculine energy right now. But, take it as it applies. Perhaps you're also cross-watching. Um, um, I'll probably do a little ditty about cross watching too, for those folks who are new to tarot. So stay tuned for that video. I just, as I was saying that, I'm getting, I was drawn to this card here of this woman. So there is somebody here. An alternate meaning for this, and we talked about spirit and stuff, is potentially that this is the person that you're thinking of. Okay, this could be your match. Particularly because of the number 22 and the number 2 up here. I might add that this could potentially be a person that you're interested in, somebody who is into spiritual study, who is into angels and guides and that sort of thing, who feels led by their ancestors, who listens to that sort of thing. This is somebody who, reads quite a bit about this, takes time at night when it's quiet. I just got fairy here, so they could be someone who's a little bit mischievous, who has that energy about them. That very beautiful though. This person has, blonde hair, younger, but about the same age as you. I would say that you're the same age if this is resonating with you. But somebody that same age, just very beautiful, but very natural beauty. This isn't somebody who is, how do I say, like, a lot of makeup and their hair done up and stuff. Just a very natural beauty, okay? And so, yeah, yeah. I feel that you two could make a good pair, and that you could be living this wish is fulfilled. But you've got some work to do before you can attain that, if you aren't already in the middle of it anyways. You're very excited to talk to this person, whoever this person is, and tell them what's been going on. Very excited about that. I feel like you've maybe been working a little bit less, actually. I feel like you might be actually spending more time in nature and spending more time with things that bring you peace and joy, versus always being in the office. But you're still working, you're still getting things done, but you're just learning to balance it a bit better. Wow, lots of information coming through here. Actually, a beautiful story, absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, a new day is dawning. That's what I wanted to say. A new day is dawning for you, okay? This is very hopeful. If you want to know about timing, typically I don't really get a sense of timing in much of my readings, but this one I really do get the sense this is spring. Okay, this will be happening in spring. Three, we're already in April now, so it wouldn't have been March, but the third week of this month potentially. In any event, I feel like it's got a springtime feel to it. Okay, I just got 4 because there's 4 birds in that picture. So yeah, so possibly this month in April, you'll be ready to come through and talk about this. Not feeling a lot of energy from an X side here. I do feel that, sorry, I'm just getting the message too that these two are very similar in some ways. But not. This person has a little bit more spunk than this person here, although this person, I think, is tired from being in this marriage, quite honestly, or this relationship. So I'm just saying there's some similarities that you see between these two people, but it won't be like this relationship here. There will be more balance in this new relationship that you're thinking of than there was previous in this one here. So it could be just that you're just wrapping up the final details of this relationship or this marriage, and that's when you can speak more freely to people. I do believe there are people that know about this, but I feel like there's one person in particular that you're waiting to tell about this so that you can build this beautiful life together. Let's see. We're at 19 minutes. I think I described this person fairly well. As far as signs that I'm getting, I am feeling a lot of earth. So if you, Leo, you must have a lot of earth in your chart, okay? Because there's earth all around here. I don't see, there's a little bit of fire, but it is mostly a very earthy feel and some water. I do believe you might have some water in your chart as well. So earth and water in your chart, Leo, could be significant. If you're not sure about your chart, you can just Google in their, astrological chart into Google and it will bring that up. I'll probably do another video about that too, or put it in the box below. This person's quite beautiful, quite gentle. There's a very gentle energy about them. They're also quite intuitive. Um, and they also are a little bit ahead of you here. I get the sense that they've been working on themselves for quite some time and they're a little more ahead of you in spiritual terms, meditation, intuition, that sort of thing. Also enjoy nature, but in a different way, in a healthier way. Okay. They're not prone to these moods like you are. These moods are awful. I feel really bad for you because this doesn't feel good at all. This does. So keep working hard. And I believe you'll get there. Very good things to come. So I did this for Cancer, and they're reading, pulling cards from, what is it called? A Yogic Path by Sahara Rose. I absolutely love her cards. I'm going to take those. That just seems like it kind of fell out. Oh, and Tantra down below. Ooh-wee. Okay. So we've got Kriya and Bhakti. Okay, so Kriya came in the reverse. I do read straight from the book because I find her messages are so profound. They, up until this point, have always matched every single reading that I've done. And so I feel there's value in reading them straight from her. There's something there. So Kriya is spirituality. Let's just see here. Effortless flow. Things may feel a little tough right now. Perhaps doors seem to be closing or even slamming in your face. Plans you depended on may be falling apart, and each day may feel like a giant obstacle. This is the universe telling you that you are not living in alignment with your Dharma role. Allow extra time for meditation. What is your soul trying to speak to you? What are the things you used to love that you don't practice anymore? Balance. How can you live your life more authentically? Is your career embodying your mission on this planet? Are your relationships true to who you are on a deeper soul level? Disasters happen as reminders that we are not on the path toward our highest self. It's time to take a greater look over the steering wheel of your life and shift direction towards your truth. I really do feel like you're already on this path. If you're not, if you're still stuck in the ruins here in kind of this tension in a relationship or marriage, I think you need to seriously consider what she's saying in this card here. Rewind it if you have to. Watch it 100 times because it's really calling you to think about your life and the direction, not that you're headed, but where you're currently at and what you truly want out of life. Because let me tell you, it can be a lot better if you're in that dark space, okay? Bhakti. Not saying that it's going to be easy and it is going to take patience, but I think there's something to take from that card, certainly if that resonates with you. 81. Bhakti is devotion, okay? You have begun walking on the path of devotion, Bhakti Yoga. You are devoted to something greater than yourself, your body, your possessions, or your desires. This dedication is to the divine. Now is the time to ask yourself, what does divinity mean to me? When do I feel close to the divine? I feel like it's here. And also during meditation. Paths to Bhakti Yoga include devotional mantras, meditations, and prayers to the gods and goddesses, offering service to those in need, and spending time in nature. The selfless path of Bhakti Yoga takes you to the greatest ecstasy of all, the bliss of devoting yourself to spirit. Okay, that is so beautiful. And I think absolutely goes with what I've been talking about throughout this reading. I am going to read Tantra. I'm being called to read to that. Plus, I'm super curious about what it says for you. Yeah, let's see. I can't help myself. It was at the bottom of the deck. Isn't that gorgeous? There's your fire, Leo. That's your passion coming through there. 83. Okay, balance of masculine and feminine. You're expanding into liberation, Tantra. Moving past the dualistic mind that judges everything as right or wrong, you are headed to the greater truth that comes from integration. The structured masculine and flowing feminine within you are merging, allowing you to move towards infinite consciousness. The mature masculine within you creates presence, focus, stillness, and determination. The mature feminine within you results in creativity, flow, movement, sensuality, and nurturing. Both genders require a balance of these two energies. Continue to invite in all aspects of yourself your light, your shadow, your Shakti, Shiva, cognition, and intuition. Again, speaking to the cards in front here. Leo, thank you for joining me today. It has been such a pleasure reading for you. What an interesting reading. If you are in that dark spot, rest assured it looks like things will start to improve to you. Give it time. If this didn't resonate with you, please join again to see if there might be a message for you next time I send out readings. Otherwise, I thank you for joining me today. See you next time. Bye for now.